Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What's happening?
Welcome.
Yeah, that.
Welcome to Urban Solutions, to our new segment, Kings of the Round Table. We're going to have some serious topics, talk about some social media, some things that'll make you a little upset, some things that'll make you laugh.
Might take
It's
your
going to
nerve
get
a little
real.
bit, but
It's going to get real.
Exactly. We're going to be doing this every Friday, 6. We start a little late.
We late.
but we on time.
Yeah, we here.
6 o'clock every Friday.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know, and you can also catch us on
Where?
Facebook,
Hey,
Facebook, Instagram,
Hey.
IG.
Twitter,
tell them one more again.
and YouTube. So follow, subscribe, donate, whatever you need
the
to
button.
do.
Hit the
Yeah.
Do it. All right?
Hit the button.
So today, like I said, we're going to have some real good topics, fellas.
All right, now.
This is what we're going to do.
All right.
I'm the Angry Tow Truck Driver, K Rams.
Hey.
Whoa.
And we're going to go around the table introducing ourselves. Kings, introduce yourself.
All right.
Yeah, I'm MD. They call me MDZ, aka MD 2020 for show, as if you didn't know. But I go by Marcus Daniels too, if you didn't know me. My man right here.
I'm Brian Sullivan. Also known as Don't Give Up, I Didn't.
Yeah.
And also known as Unload, I'll get it there. 206-227-4991.
Come
All
on.
day.
Hey. I guess that's my turn, huh?
Yes, sir.
Hey, good evening, heathens. It's all right. Man, Jim, they call me 3. We gonna splash, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I came. I'm glad we convened. We got some shit to talk about today, boy.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Got some shit to talk about today, boy.
Yeah, some real good shit.
Come on.
So we're going to start it off, all right?
Come on.
How we're going to do it is we got a few questions in this bowl. Now, I want Brian to start it off because, you know, he's the man at the end,
All
so
right, here you go.
You don't want me to get started. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Huh?
there's going to be
Don't
something.
start now. Ain't gonna be nothing.
Yeah. Commercial black leaders, what is the purpose? MLK and Harriet Truman.
Okay, it says commercial black leaders, what is the purpose? MLK, Harriet Tubman,
Yeah, my bad.
What is the purpose
Jesse
of it?
Jackson, who else? Al Sharpton, who else we gonna talk about today?
I think it's a joke.
You think it's a joke, a
I think it's
political
a
joke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's symbolized nothing.
Like
Okay.
nothing for the community or nothing,
Nothing
for
for our people, nothing for the community.
Whoa.
Okay, prime example.
Okay.
The Harriet Tubman $20 bill.
It
Don't
still
run out,
hasn't
Brian.
I ain't running
Now-
there.
now-
Not at all.
Here's the funny thing. Everybody was so happy about this, but what did it do for you?
I mean, when
It's a
you
meaningless
think about
symbol. It's a meaningless symbol.
it, yeah. I mean, it can be meaningless unless it means
That
something
was
to
that was
you.
the hush money.
The hush money?
I think it was the hush money. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. It could have been a hush
That-
money.
that-
It
that-
could have been a statement. It could have been a movement. All of them above.
It could have been.
Yes, sir. Shit, they all got to, they all started somewhere though.
Yeah, but
We
none of
trying to
it.
start somewhere where we at right now.
Yeah, but none of it has effectively did anything to the community or for the community.
That's just like
No.
that shit that what you call it was talking about Jay-Z and what you call it. Oh boy, head of the NFL. They saying that Kaepernick started something, but now what are we gonna do to keep it moving? To
Yeah.
keep the statement moving instead of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody kneel, but what's next?
Right.
What
It
about
has to be
what's
something
next?
after. It
Yeah.
has to be something
Yeah, something
after.
got to keep going to keep this what he started it for.
Well, I mean, they gotta stop shooting. The police gotta stop shooting black people, pretty much. I mean,
Man, this
that was
dialogue, man.
what it was all about. The police shooting black people.
Right, that's true.
You
But they
know?
were saying Jay-Z and Roger Goodell was having a conversation about why they was kneeling. And that's what they was talking about, is why they was kneeling.
Right,
Now
right.
that the kneeling is over, where do they go from now? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What do we do next to, you know what I'm saying, to keep it moving? To, you know what I'm saying, let's try to come together, you know what I'm saying, and stop the bullshit. But
Right.
the police
Okay.
ain't gonna
But
stop
let's
Right.
go back to the black leaders.
The black
Like-
leaders, right?
Like-
What is?
Martin Luther King, he was a great leader.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you stop and you look at everything he did, it was nothing.
Well, I can't say he
I love
didn't
him.
do just
He was
nothing.
he had great ideas, but through those marches, all the stuff he did, what did it accomplish?
Man,
mean,
it depends. It depends on how you.
Yeah,
how
it
you
depends
really
on how you
wanna
look
chop
at it.
that up.
Because like on Martin Luther King Day, when they be like, you know, what are you celebrating? Why'd you come to work? You're supposed to take that day off or whatever. And I'd be like, well, this is what he fought for me to work with your ass, you know, for me to work along with people. But I don't know if that's the reason why he was marching.
Okay, here's let me play devil's advocate.
Okay.
He didn't even do that.
Right.
Segregation was going on way before him.
Yeah, I think
so. It goes back to why are we keep promoting these commercial black leaders? Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton. They have not did anything for the community that's worth a damn.
I mean, I can't say I disagree with you, but I mean, I kind of agree, but I disagree. You know, I guess Jesse Jackson gave us a sense of hope. But I mean, but some people still feel hopeless. You know what I mean?
Exactly. See, how's that working out for us?
So right.
You see what I'm saying?
So
I get it. I get it.
It's meaningless, symbolic gestures.
But I get it.
As people, we need to get over those meaningless, symbolic gestures.
Yeah.
Like what's going on now is they're about to give. I don't know if y'all heard about this, but Trump's Plaza in New York.
Right.
They want to name that street Barack Obama. Why? What the hell is that gonna do?
Ruffle some flavors.
Just to ruffle some white dude's feathers? You see what I'm saying? So once again, when are we gonna stop?
Because he don't like you?
That ain't giving nobody no damn jobs. What, take down a couple signs and put up a new one?
Yeah.
This is the point I'm trying to make. These are meaningless, symbolic
trying to
gestures.
piss somebody off. Who they trying to piss off?
No, what
The
they're
president.
trying to do
Right.
is called sleight of hand. They want us to
You
look
know?
at this
So
monkey shit over here. Look
To
at
me,
this
it's just
while
we got to
play
get
with.
past this
Right.
commercial
You know
shit,
what I'm
man, and really get down to the people who was really for the cause.
That's
now,
true.
when I'm talking about the cause, I don't mean just black people because there was plenty of white folks there too.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The White Panther Party. A lot of people don't never heard of that. They was
Yeah.
for the black folks. They was for the struggle.
Right.
You don't
right.
hear about this.
You don't
shit.
hear about the white plant. No.
Elder
White plant.
Cleaver. You got all these black people and white people who did stuff, but you want to continue putting Harriet Tubman out, Martin Luther King, and all that.
Yeah,
That shit
because
is garbage, man.
what did Harriet Tubman do?
Harriet Tubman
took her
helped
stand.
free the slaves. But did you
Okay,
know?
see,
Okay,
that's
but
the
now let me
thing.
explain
Right,
something.
right.
That's what they want you to keep believing. Did you know that
Right.
majority of the slaves did not run north?
Right.
Did you know that majority of the slaves ran south to Florida?
They was
know
just
why?
trying to get somewhere.
Because
and shit.
Florida was owned by the Spanish Empire.
Okay.
It wasn't owned by the United States of America and Europe.
That's deep.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So
okay.
therefore, stop with this corny ass commercial shit.
Commercial, right.
Do your damn history.
I agree because I mean it's like every Black History Month and shit. You know, and I work at a school, but every Black History Month, all we learn about is Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Like that's all
And
we
I'm
had
like,
in life.
man, we got more motherfuckers. Excuse my language, but we got more people out there who's done stuff, who's invented stuff, who's contributed to the Black community or to just the history of our just American history. I mean, that's what it is, American history. But you got
no
people trying to
history
feed off of that,
whatsoever
like
if
you
it
said, Al
wasn't for us.
Sharpton and all them guys. Yeah, they feed off of everybody else's struggles, but it's kind of like they're not coming back to like put money into the community and help like all these churches and
No, because
everything.
they're
not
conceived
putting-
as clout chasers and shit
Clout
now.
chasers.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
You
we
get-
don't see them until 3-4 days into the catastrophe and
Right,
shit.
right.
When
And
they
they
used to
pop
be,
up in the news.
when they used to be, you know what I'm saying, out there in the forefront and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now it's you know. Half middle of the week before we see anybody take any real action, and this is why our faith in these so-called black leaders and whatnot, we're losing that faith. You know what I'm saying? Greater and greater. You know what I'm saying? Every day with the fuckery we're introduced to.
Right.
Well, I mean, and it goes back
It's
to
gonna
once
happen.
again, you have to look at every culture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every culture, regardless of what color you are,
Yeah.
they stand up for their people.
Come on.
Okay, and
Yeah,
there's
that's
nothing
true.
wrong with that. You're supposed to stand up for your people.
You sure?
You're supposed to. Okay,
Church.
but the problem is, our people
Don't
are
stand
too
up
busy
for our people.
wanting to water down shit. You see what I'm saying?
Come
They don't
on.
want to. They don't want to have the topic. This is a black agenda,
Right.
Because they
Okay.
feel like, oh, the world's about to be against you. Well, fuck it. They already against us.
They already against us.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. They already against us, so what can we do?
What kind of agenda are you going to have?
Right.
Enough of this Rainbow Coalition, because that never did anything for anyone.
Rainbow Coalition.
You see what I'm saying? Stop all
Hey,
this.
brought the rainbow people together, right?
No, that Rainbow Coalition is out there right now, man.
Yeah, it's out there going hard, right?
Yeah, it's out there real hard.
Yeah, but they ain't really
They
doing
out
that.
there.
That's like the
Rainbow
NAACP.
Coalition is not what it was or what it was originally birthed of.
Well,
shit.
Right.
The problem is, you're calling it a Rainbow Coalition.
Church.
Now, you got these policies and these subsidies that's supposed to go for people. Okay? Bro, you black.
Right.
It's supposed to go for your people first.
That part.
Stop including immigrants, gays, lesbian,
say
all
it.
this other shit
They say it.
involved.
Right.
If it's
Too
gonna be
inclusive.
for some people, let it be known for what people it's gonna be.
But I mean, he would have called it Black Coalition if it was for black people, though.
He should
They're
have.
coming to
Yeah.
attack it, but he should have.
He should
Yeah,
have.
he
Thank
should
you.
have.
They do that shit with any other race.
Thank you.
part.
They
Right,
do it.
right.
Any other race.
That
they do
part.
that shit
What's the
with
Spanish
plan.
dude running for presidency? Castro. He done
Right.
came out with a plan for his Spanish people, and he put it out there on TV.
Right. For
So if
everybody
he
to see.
can do that, why we can't do it?
Look, man.
So,
If the boy can get on TV and say the things
Well-
that he said, ultimately, what's good for the goose supposed to be good for the gander, right? But
So-
we done been scrutinized and brutalized and whatnot for having an opinion, having a mind, having a dream and shit.
right.
Ultimately, we, like you were saying earlier, there's things that should be automatic that we're being denied access to.
Exactly.
And they gonna keep denying us.
They damn sure are until, you know what I'm saying, us as a whole
We gotta
ultimately,
collectively come together and
Yeah.
demand.
that part.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Because they say, well, how do you expect for us to support you and y'all don't support you?
Right. And
That's a true statement.
Ooh,
let's be honest.
And the leaders don't
And the
support us.
last leader who was a so-called leader we had was President Barack Obama. And if
Yeah.
you look at his track record, what did he put up to say, this is strictly for my niggas?
Right.
Man.
And seeing, I get that.
And
Everybody
then-
always
but
said
he
Barack
didn't.
Obama
But he
didn't do
couldn't.
nothing
But
for
he
black
couldn't,
people.
though.
But he did for lesbians and gays and stuff.
He did.
And he did
Because
for
he-
Native
but-
Indians.
Because they had a movement.
Nah.
They wasn't gonna do that.
That was
Okay.
a treaty that the
They
Native
wasn't gonna do
Indians,
nothing for no
check this out.
niggas.
That was a treaty that they brought to Barack Obama. Okay.
Right.
They told him, we don't want your law. Just honor the treaty of, I think it was 1865.
Okay. So
He
did
went back and said, cool, we gonna honor that.
Right.
But anything else with black folks, he didn't honor none of that shit.
but did the Congress and everybody
That's
accept
not-
that though? Congress didn't allow him to do
Every time he
anything.
tried to go do something.
They was trying.
Yeah.
They
But it
did
went
stop
through.
Got some
him.
of
Well,
the-
nothing went through.
Yeah, it did.
That's
Nothing
Look it
went
up.
through until he
That's
forced it. He got
something.
some things
You know, he
through.
also defunded Black Historical College. Did you know that?
Is that because he was trying to
what's
get
the counter lobby,
free
though? You know what I'm
tuition
saying?
to
There's
people?
some-
Nah,
there's
wasn't
some
no
other
free
shit.
tuition.
as
There was
to
supposed to be
why.
free tuition to all community college. That's
Yeah,
what
it
he
And,
was.
and that's why we
He was
still
trying-
having that argument today, right?
Right. Because
See
they
what
didn't
I'm
want to
saying?
vote on it though. Nobody wanted to vote on anything Barack Obama
Look,
tried
check
to
this
do.
out. Check this
And
out.
I could understand
They
that.
talking bad about Barack, man. That's my
Yeah.
guy, man. You know, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get off of that part. A lot of people got it way twisted about what Barack did and ain't done
Right.
for our people as a whole. Like before he got into office, people forget that this man had been doing shit and
Helping
doing shit
people.
all over the country before he had ultimately got in a position to run for president.
Right,
The
right.
things that
He's a lawyer.
and his foundations, you know what
No,
I'm saying, touched
his wife was a
touched
lawyer
more than
too,
just
though.
Chicago.
He
You know
had
what
to
I'm
put
saying?
himself in a position to be able to get where he was at. So
Yeah,
he
that
had
part.
to do a bunch of
That
things
part.
to get
Now,
where
the
he
the
needed to
things
go.
that
Right.
the things that
Right.
people gravitate towards.
Yeah.
Oh, you nigga, you said you was gonna do this, and you didn't do it. So we're gonna
Can't
hold
do
you
everything,
accountable.
no.
These two things you didn't do.
Right, right.
Now fuck
You
everything
right,
else you
right.
did. You know what I'm saying? That's like he done had 12 successes,
Right.
but they only remember the 2 losses. The two losses is the one gonna get the most communication.
And we're gonna pause it on that and go to the next question.
Okay,
That's gonna be a
that
good
was-
one. The next topic we're gonna bring up too about
that was a
Barack
good
Obama
topic.
because we're gonna have some more.
Okay,
Exactly.
I pull the next one out. Okay. This is a hip hop question. It says, "How do y'all feel about the direction hip hop music is going today?" Man says it sucks.
I call it hip hop.
The direction it's going today.
Hip-hop.
All it is pop music, man.
Just
There
pop
is no
music.
substance. Maybe 3 artists.
Name the
They
three,
can't.
please.
Shit,
Spoken
J.
like a
Cole,
true
Kendrick,
Blueface.
and
Not at all.
I might give it to Big Sean.
Big
You know what I'm
Sean.
saying?
Big
Big Sean.
Big
'cause
Sean's from Wild. I
he
mean,
from Detroit,
he's a monster.
right?
yeah.
But the
He
thing
got
is,
lyrics though.
He's a
right? He
monster.
got substance.
Yeah.
He's talking about stuff. You
Right,
see what I'm saying?
right.
J. Cole, Kendrick, these cats are talking about things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the mumble shit. And you know, I got your bitch in my ride, and I'm fucking your mama. And it's like,
Hey, no, they ain't just fucking your mama. They fucking your baby's mama.
like, come on, man. Like, it's
You
trash,
say you
man.
gonna fuck your mama like.
Hey,
Come on, man. It's trash.
While
man.
sipping on lean
Look,
and
man,
shooting
there's a
everybody
place
in the
for it all.
club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's all
saying?
they talking about.
There's a place for it all. Cause check this out, man.
Right.
When we was young and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Our grandparents and parents and sure they used to turn that shit down, turn it off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when our kids, we did it to our kids too. You know what I'm
But-
saying? Ultimately, there's a place for all that shit.
Well, we had NWA though,
Yeah,
and all that
but
stuff.
we're talking
Though. That
about
was
quality, though.
The quality?
The quality of the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
Because
talking
I
about
mean,
the
Same
depth of
shit.
the artist.
The same
Right.
tone.
The depth
that, exactly
artist
where is it
the
going?
same.
Okay, I said this earlier. You know, not
Right.
today, but probably a few weeks ago.
It's
Everybody
hilarious.
be Roger
It's
Trout.
harder to be a new artist nowadays.
Everybody's
hard to
new
say.
though.
It's because you got 10 million artists, where before you only had 1,000.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you
was it
got
that
to
we only had
really
1,000 or they only had access to 1,000?
Access to
There you go.
1,000.
It was only
Right.
There was
access.
a bunch of them.
But you got to remember, at that time, you couldn't blast the mic unless you had vocals. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? If
You
you couldn't
couldn't
spit,
get on the
nigga
mic.
come snatch the
Right.
mic out of your hand. Like,
Yeah.
get the fuck off the stage.
Right.
Look,
right.
listen. I
You
was
know what I'm saying?
just
So
Yeah.
you
I was
had to
just
be
at
a
a concert,
lyricist.
man. We did the show with daBattee out there in Spokane a couple weeks back. man.
Okay.
And these fools got booed off the stage in Spokane.
The baby.
He didn't.
In Spokane?
He didn't get
I
booed
said,
off. Let me
"Baby,
clear that.
no."
He didn't get booed off, but you know, locally, you know what I'm saying. And I can't remember the boy's name, but he's from Seattle.
Don't even tell it. Don't even
That
say his
part-
name.
That part. But they got booed off stage in Spokane.
In Spokane,
See?
Washington.
How
It
you in
goes
your
down
hometown
in
and get booed off the
Spokane,
stage?
Washington, too.
Man.
These guys got booed off
And
the
you know,
stage
not
from
connecting
Denver
with
not
you.
too long ago, too. A couple
Really?
days ago.
I heard it was something like that recently. Yeah, I mean,
Cats is getting booed off the stage. You just better step your game
I
up.
think
If
like
you want to be a
it's-
rapper, you better step your game
It's
up.
100,000
for real.
artists
Or you gonna get booed.
locally.
You don't want
You know
to
what I'm
get
saying?
booed.
And what's messed up is that we don't have a way to connect with these artists. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know it. 2 houses down, they doing the same thing.
Right. Everybody got their home
3 houses
studio.
down, is you know what I'm saying? That part where it's made it easier where anybody
Yeah,
can
home
be a
studio.
musician and artist now. You know what I'm saying? As long as you hone your craft or whatever, you come up with something clever, you know, and you got a producer like, you know, those that, you know, we mess with, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Real producers.
You know,
Not just
I'm
some
gonna
people.
drop a couple jewels and stuff, and then I remembered the contract
Right,
I
right.
had with him, you know.
It was clever.
But you got to also remember though,
But
a lot of
okay.
these new artists, they cannot take constructive criticism.
No, because it's
You see what I'm
immediately
saying,
you
right?
hating on a
They-
motherfucker.
right.
That's kids in general.
That's when,
You know,
that's when the battle rap starts, right?
There you go.
Right.
But
That's
it
when
goes
the
back
battle rap
to
starts.
when the battle rap start, they can't rap.
They can't rap.
Like, dude, I ain't rapped in years.
And then
And I'm
what's-
like, I can
hey.
probably still rap circles around
Right.
these
So
lot of
then
these
what's
youngsters.
next? What's
You
next?
see what I'm saying?
It's a sad,
They better
it's
go
a
sit
sad
their ass
reality.
down,
Right. It's a
go
sad
get a
reality, but
dictionary.
what's next?
Go get a
gonna
dictionary, go get a thesaurus.
No, I ain't gonna be
go
no
get a
fight. I'm gonna pull my
dictionary.
gun out and I'm
You
gonna
see what I'm
shoot you
saying?
because you can rap better than me. I'm gonna pull my gun out and shoot you.
Thank you, and
'cause
that's
you
what
can
it
rap
come down
better.
to.
Yeah, what's next?
So now we finna fight because I don't. You
Ain't
know,
gonna be
ate you
no
up
fight.
lyrically. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna shoot you. Ain't gonna be
Talk
no
about mama,
fight.
you gotta go.
All right, you gotta go. I'm sorry, you rap better than me. You know. We're going to go to the next question. On the next one. We're going to leave hip-hop alone. Go to the next one.
All right. That was a good one. I like that one.
We're going to barbecue somebody.
All right. Back on the politics, y'all.
Political.
Do you think Trump will get reelected? Why or why not?
Man, you know
I
what?
think so.
Hey, look.
Start with you, James.
I think that they're...
Hold on, let me start this because I'm white. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you got
I'm white.
You got every right to use your white,
you know what I'm
right
saying?
now.
All fairness.
Just because he's white, that's probably why he's gonna get elected. Because
Okay.
there's gonna be more white folks coming back out to try and bring him back to being president. Because they want to keep him there so they can keep their racism alive.
You're going to use white privilege.
Okay, so this is my honest opinion
Get
about the
reelected.
shit. I think that there's a very good chance he wins.
But
And
why?
why? It's because it's going to be so many people voting the opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where there's going to be a lack of push, a lack of unity. And I think the numbers are ultimately going to reflect that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be, motherfuckers that voted for hypothetical, you know what I'm saying? Certain Sanders, you know what I'm saying?
They finna dilute it.
Corey, you know what I'm saying?
Democrats
That part. It's gonna
running for election.
dilute it. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying, take away from
That one
ultimately
motherfucker that might be able to
that
win.
part. That
Right.
part. Because I seen an interview.
Motherfuckers running for
I seen an
president,
interview where
and
one of the,
8 of the motherfuckers that they ain't gonna know, but the 8 motherfuckers that they do know is gonna be the people that's gonna vote for them because they know that 8. And
Right.
the other 2 is gonna vote for that 1, trying to get that 1 out, and that 1 is gonna be the one motherfucker to win again.
The spoiler.
Yeah, that. So I
Yeah,
think, you know what I'm
somebody
saying?
gonna
I think that
spoil it.
ultimately everybody, whether you done it before or not, whether you like it or not, I think this year for sure, you just take your ass to the motherfucking voting booth.
Vote.
You know what I'm saying?
Vote, definitely.
And
Vote or
and
die.
vote
And if you is
something.
a felon,
Vote something. You
go
can still
regain
vote.
your
Shit, you can
motherfucking
still
rights.
vote.
Right,
Shit.
you get your right to vote. Yeah, because I mean, if you want Trump to be reelected, vote for his ass or
Fuck Trump.
get out and
That
vote
part
and
too.
vote for somebody else. I mean, vote
Get
for the
rid of
next
that
person,
motherfucker.
but we need to get rid of him. But
he's a
What up,
racist.
I think he will be reelected.
What
I
up,
think
listen?
so
Based
too.
off
What
of,
up?
for
History.
one,
See, man, we got on the politics and my view count went down like mother.
like a mud.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
I think it'll be based because, for one,
Booty, 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 booty rocking.
let's be honest, white America love the
It's a
bully
booty
syndrome.
shake,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? They love this shit.
No.
You know,
He is a
and-
bully.
This one.
That motherfucker came
Look,
in,
let's
became
talk about
president,
wife law. You know what you
and
do?
showed
Holla at the inbox me.
the
with Battee.
racism is still out there.
exactly.
He showed it.
That's
he
what I'm saying.
brought it-
So-
brought it back to the table when he said, "Man, if you go to jail, go punch him in the mouth and I'll bail your ass out." When he
Yeah.
was in election. So he
Not
brought
only
that.
that-
I'm thankful that he
Look,
brought
you know,
out that
ultimately,
racism
yeah.
and showed everybody.
You gotta
that
appreciate
racism
it
is
to a
still
certain
out there.
extent.
here.
To a
Right,
certain
right.
extent, gotta
And I'ma bring
appreciate
all these
his
motherfuckers out.
blatant
The water
fuckery.
bottle lady for the little kid when she said the barbecue Betty.
Man.
All the
Barbecue
motherfuckers
Betty,
coming out, all the
everybody
racist
coming out.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's time for to get somebody in there that's
This
half
nigga's cooking
black,
a steak. It
half
looks
white,
better
half
than mine.
Chinese, half-
So basically, what you saying? So why
We
you
need
think
a
he would be
different president.
reelected? So that why would you think he would be reelected?
because there's
Because
too
all
many
the
Because
racism
ignorance-
bullshit.
No,
there's too many
it's
racism,
straight
there's
ignorant.
too many fucking states that's still
That's
majority
with that shit.
white.
Right.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
and that's what you think too.
I think because of ignorance. I think ultimately motherfuckers that are
I agree.
unaware of, you know what I'm saying, ultimately, you know, you feel like my little vote ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But regardless of
That's the way
if it ain't shit, even if it ain't shit, okay, it ain't shit. Go vote for somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's doing something, you know what I'm saying, in your community that you done seen something.
Well, that's what
you
you're
know what I'm
supposed to be
saying?
voting for anyway.
Yeah, but you
because
know
your
what I'm
vote
saying, though.
do not
Think about
count
how
for the
many
president
motherfuckers
and
vote
vice
on
president. It don't though.
It don't.
It has
Yeah.
never counted since the 1700s.
Yeah,
Really?
But you think
It's-
though,
it's
look
been
at how many
electoral
motherfuckers
votes.
I
say,
always
no,
thought
I
my
ain't
vote
going- I
counted. They
ain't
told me
going-
my
fuck it.
vote was gonna count.
You know where your vote
They
counts?
lied to your ass.
Your local.
Yeah, they told me my vote counted.
Nah,
Yeah, man.
your
Like
your vote
vote.
only
Hey,
counts
look,
for
man,
your local
I'm a private
government.
with y'all.
Yeah.
We gonna
See what I'm saying? So if you live in Federal Way, who
Inbox
you
me,
vote
man,
for
and
in
we'll get
Federal
the
Way,
right- we'll get the
that's
right.
what counts.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
the president,
I don't never
not
vote
the
for that. I vote for
vice
probably-
president.
you
That
probably
really
don't need,
can't
you know what
count.
I'm saying?
Because I'm gonna be real with you.
Republican.
My last time I
Probably
voted
2x and
for
shit
presidency,
for Drake like you wanted to.
I didn't vote for Hillary.
I talked to
Didn't
my
vote for
folks.
Trump. I wrote in Dick
I
Gregory.
bulletproof vest
Right,
and shit
right,
too.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's electoral. So the people who you vote
No.
locally is
Right.
the ones who's supposed to put the
Stay tuned,
president
the apparel, you know
in
what I'm saying?
office.
In
So
office.
here's what I
Fast
have to
fashion
say.
coming.
This is why I
It's
say I think he will. You got too many
Lay
people
it on
running
me.
around here that's scared of blacks,
right,
Asians, and whatever else that's coming along.
Yeah,
that's because they beat us.
If you see 3 or 4 black folks get together, that's a gang.
No,
we gotta break that up.
It's always been like that.
You see what I'm saying? So no matter the bullshit that they're trying to feed us, I'm here for you. I'm gonna be honest. When I hear I'm here for the minorities and people of color, I'm running the other way because that doesn't mean me.
Right.
Okay. I'm not a minority, and I'm not a people of color.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm a native black American.
Right.
Not an African American. Native black American.
There's
a difference.
Native black. Right. Right.
So if when I hear that. That tells me I already know where you're going with
That's
this.
pretty smart.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm still
so
that shit
you
too,
still over there with Trump. So he gonna get elected again.
Yeah.
Ain't none of these Democratic people, like I said, stepped up and said anything about black people, how this shit should go. They all just
this
is what he did back in the day.
This
he made me bust me. Once again, meaningless gestures.
Yeah.
This is what we gotta stop looking at as people. We gotta stop looking at this shit like, okay, yeah, he made me take a bus to school. Yeah, he went for this bill. Man, listen, how's this helping us?
That's true.
We gotta stop falling for this shit, people. We gotta
stop
falling
for the bullshit. Yeah, we gotta stop falling for the bullshit.
It's meaningless symbolic gestures.
Yeah.
But how do we fix it though?
You gotta vote in the block. You gotta demand. You gotta get everybody on the same table, man, and be like, look, we don't care about that shit you saying. Take that shit back over there. Until you come over here that's gonna help us with something, take your ass out of here. You ain't getting no votes, you ain't getting no money, you ain't getting nothing. But at the same time, people have to come together with money, jobs, church, all kinds of things that build a community.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So this is what I'm saying. There's always two sides. There's always two sides to a coin, right? Mm-hmm. So there's people out there who say you don't deserve that shit. You don't need that. You don't. But you don't deserve it.
You can't come to my home and tell me I don't need toilet paper to wipe my ass.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if you
there's
come
somebody
to me,
out
I'm
there
gonna
who
do my
say
best to tell you get the
though.
fuck out of here, and I'm gonna do everything to get you out of here.
But
see,
there's somebody out there who's gonna tell you you don't deserve toilet paper to wipe your ass.
And that's when I say, nigga, come have that conversation with me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Trump, you need to come sit at the round table and have this conversation with us because we need toilet paper to wipe our ass.
Because just like you wake up in the morning, you need to brush your teeth and get some food in your stomach.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with us.
Right, but then there's some people out there who don't deserve.
You can't sit here and tell me that you eat bagels and I should eat white bread.
Right.
There's no fucking way you can do that.
Right.
You better have a very good answer for that.
Right, exactly. But there's still somebody out there who's gonna tell you, and you don't deserve bagels, you deserve white bread.
And to me, like I said, that's a symbolic meaningless gesture. You don't even have a reason why
you say that. With gluten and everything.
With
the gluten. With gluten and everything in it. You eating the white bread. All right, we're gonna go to the next question. But here we go.
Let's see what they. This is entertainment, you know what I'm saying, related. Who's responsible for the disconnect between artists, fans, radio, locally?
The artists.
One more
the internet.
For the slow people.
The artist is.
Who's responsible for the disconnect between artists, fans, and radio?
The internet.
The artist.
It's the artist.
I think the internet.
You are in control of your own destiny.
Right.
Artists.
If you feel I want to be heard so bad, so I'm gonna sell out 10, 15%. Who made that decision? If a manager come to me and a record label come to me and say, hey, you don't need to say do this and you don't need to do that. Who made the decision? You or them?
But if you want to get out there, you gotta push your shit.
You gotta push them.
It's the artist.
Yeah.
It's the artist, 100%.
But then but like we said, we got a whole bunch of artists at home in their little home studios putting out a whole bunch of music on the internet, flooding everything. But you don't really, you don't get to like see the real artists.
That hand-to-hand exchange.
That hand-to-hand. I'm bringing my CD to your record store so you can, listen to my stuff and play. You don't get that nowadays. Everybody just flooding the internet with their videos. And I mean, I guess you get exposure, but it's not, like you said, it's not I'm not bringing my CD to people and people coming to me and saying, "Hey, let's."
Very right.
Yeah.
Well, see, to me, with the artists being on both sides now, I look at it like if you want your product to be heard and sold, you got to pound the pavement, man.
Yes, you got marketing.
You know what I'm saying? You got to really pound the pavement.
Got pound it.
Like I see a lot of brothers out here, they still selling CDs. Like, okay, stop that shit. Don't nobody even got a CD player.
You
no
think?
more.
Right. You think that? So you think that's pointless?
Yeah. I mean, especially when you can. I got it on my phone and I got Cash App.
I mean, there's other ways.
You know what I'm saying?
There's other ways now.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can move it like this. Then
let
me give you a CD. You know what I'm saying? That ain't right. And then on top of it, you got to promote yourself better.
Right? Hell, CD.
What do you say? What do you say to those true hip hop heads and whatnot that you know what I'm saying that still prefer that?
You got to step
because
up your
there's a lot of fandom that ultimately, you know what I'm saying, actually crave that aspect of the shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that crave.
But in Seattle, what's wrong with
Seattle?
What's wrong with the Northwest?
You gotta crave the hustle, man, to be able to get anywhere you need to go. If you don't crave the hustle, you ain't gonna get shit.
But now, but what I say with the internet is nowadays the hustle is I'm gonna just push this button and send it to everybody. I'm sending it to
like your email list. Your email list is 1,500 long.
I'm sending my list to everybody. All Facebook.
Now you can ultimately target 100 A&Rs or 1,000 A&Rs now, and then declare
it ain't, but it is.
Inbox.
It is, but it
ain't, but it is because you got to think about it.
Is it a real hustle
somebody
or a phony
to
hustle?
sit there at that computer for hours? Pumping it, man. Send it to these people. Send it to that people. That's like a job, man.
But
it depends on who you sending it to.
True.
Now, if you send it to 10 of your partners,
then you doing it for the hood.
10 of your partners is only one plane.
Then you only doing it for the hood.
Yeah,
that ain't no hustle.
That ain't no hustle.
Right.
It depends on where you trying to get your hustle to go and where you trying to get it to expand to. But if you trying to keep it within your partners, it ain't gonna go nowhere.
Nah. You making hood music then.
Real.
You know what I'm saying?
It's got to expand if you want to get out there and get some money.
Right, you got to get in these groups, do everything because, like I said, nowadays it's nothing but internet.
It's all
internet.
So do you think that the internet killed the game?
That's what I said.
I think the artists killed the game.
You think the artists killed the game?
Yeah, I mean you allow
companies that killed the game.
I don't think because, like I say, man, you are the artist. Whatever you make, you in control of.
Right.
If you let somebody say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna take all this stuff you did, and I'm only gonna give you $10,000," and you say, "Okay, I'm gonna agree with that."
I ain't know.
Right, I need $10,000. I'm about to buy me some Jordans. I'm about to give me some reels for my car.
So it goes back to that's the artist.
I'll be broke tonight. I'll be broke tonight.
I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna do all your hustle for
What
you.
up, Damien?
I'm gonna get it out to these 100,000 motherfuckers.
Q, what up,
but you gotta pay me for putting it out there.
But when you're on the internet, you ain't nobody paying. You just sending it out.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
You're
So,
hoping people go to your website to go to your.
but it goes back to like you said, you have to hustle though. You got to be on that computer pounding it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's not like being on the pavement. Hustling, selling
it's
out
a
the
new
cars.
pounding the pavement. It's a new pounding the pavement.
Okay,
You know
modern.
what I'm saying? And sending out emails. Hey, check
Modern,
this out.
modern.
You know, give them a
This the
snippet,
cash.
and if you like it, yo, go to
We
here
were
and
modernized.
download the song for $1 or $2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a new hustle, but you really have to be on this now.
We were
I don't like
modernized.
breaking shit back to selling dope or selling weed.
Everything goes back to
Everything go
hustle.
back to that.
Right.
That's the
Now,
basics.
If you're
Wait for your finger to go off.
If you're on the corner and you got a sack full of those, you gonna try to push your shit to
Right.
every motherfucker. It still goes back to the hustle. No matter what, how you hustle it, how you push it.
Yeah,
how
but
you
here's
get
the
it out
difference
there.
between selling dope and selling music.
Right.
With dope sells itself.
Sometimes.
With music, you gotta pump that.
You gotta
You see what I'm
pump
saying?
it.
Because a
when you
lot of
first-
people
but
with
when you first
music,
start selling dope, you gotta push it.
yeah, but all it takes is one word to get out.
Yeah,
Like,
one word, but it takes it does just like music though. If you got
not
that
really,
one fucking-
because you got so
No, but
many
if you
people
got that
who's
one
opinionated in
motherfucking
music.
song, if you got that one motherfucking song,
That's like
that
that one-
everybody like.
That one
that
piece
one
of
hit
dope.
wonder,
That
it
one-
explodes.
Okay, I'm glad you said that
Yeah.
because one that came out recently, everybody's mixed on. That's that Horse Town Road shit.
Oh, that
Okay,
I knew he's
Now-
gonna say, you know, that's the biggest song in the world.
right. That's the biggest song in the world right now.
In the world.
Now,
In the world, Craig.
But that's that.
It
That's
to
that
me,
the world, Craig.
but you got to remember,
That's
a lot of
nice
that
song.
is programmed.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Because they done played it on the radio so much, goddamn, on the radio that now you starting to like this corny ass song.
Like this. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of that
That's
it goes back to the hustle.
But that goes back to marketing and promoting and pushing.
You gotta push that bullshit. You gotta push it.
Yeah.
You got to hustle.
Man, don't think that they did that. They didn't spend the money. You know
They spent that money.
Yeah, they spent money, but
They
dude,
spent money.
I heard he paid $30. I heard he paid $30 to take vocal lessons to learn how to be like a country, like
he did.
speak country stuff.
And then
somebody gave him a beat. Lil Nas X.
I ain't gonna lie. I think if I was Nas, I'd be pretty upset with that bullshit. Like, dude, don't be naming your name after me. You know, Lil Nas X.
He did put the
I'm like this.
He put the X behind.
I don't even care. Don't even put an I see none of that.
I don't see none of that.
Change your name, bro.
Nas can't come out and say nothing. Because if he come out and say something, anything,
he'll be
say
bashing.
he homophobic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He can't say shit.
That's
He
true.
come out and say anything, you're homophobic and da 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 da. He don't even want to fuck with the
So dude did come out and
That's
say he
true.
was gay then.
Yeah, he did say he was gay.
Yeah,
Yeah, he came out. He told he came
I thought
out.
that was some social
Then
media.
he came out with a new
ain't
hit
gonna lie.
song. He
I
got a
mean,
new
being
hit
Nas,
song.
if I was in a situation, I'd be like, look, man, you just gotta break me off. I need some money, man. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
if he was smart, he gonna make a song with that motherfucker. And they
Nah,
get
some Lil
proud
Nas
of
X.
it.
No, I just be like,
Yeah,
you know,
probably
since you
will.
got my name, you took my
We both
name,
got
you
our
really
name,
took
let's
my
put a song
name.
together.
I
Make
need
both
like
of them more money.
8%.
That's what
Right,
the baby and the
baby.
baby. Yeah, them two just did that.
There's all
You know
kinds of
what I'm
babies in the
There
industry.
goes back to
What
the
y'all
hustle.
think?
Yeah, you have to hustle. You got to be
Yeah.
about it.
Anita, what up, bro?
You can't sit on your couch thinking you gonna get it done.
Not at all.
All right, who's on the next
On
one?
beat.
There you go.
Back to me.
Back to you again. All right.
Fucking read today.
Moving
How
right
can we
along.
make America
Time,
great
yay.
again?
Oh,
It's been great
That part.
all along.
Political.
One more time.
Again. How can we make America great again? Or has it been great all along?
Oh, Lord.
Go ahead, Marcus. Start that one out, Marcus, man. Go ahead. I'll give you that one.
Right?
How do
Yeah,
we make
come on.
America
I think
great
autistic
again?
kids. But I mean, I think America has been America. It's been a nightmare for some. It's been a dream. I mean, a blessing for others. But America is America. Everybody come here thinking they got an opportunity, but when they come here, all they do is work. We work 3 and 4 jobs a day trying to hustle just to pay bills. So that's the America I live in.
Unless you're foreign.
Unless you're a foreigner, you come over
come
here,
here and get some of
you
that
get all the
free shit.
benefits and go back to your country and take all the benefits to your country. But my America is I struggle
What
every
up,
day. I
bro?
hustle.
Where you at, man? You
I do
supposed
my
to be here
thing,
at the radio station.
and man, I
It's
try
a
to
new
pay my
thing,
bills.
man.
I hustle to pay bills. I mean, that's American dream. You gotta pay your bills. I was told to go get a job every day. Go get a job. Nobody told me to go get a business or go get your own stuff. So it's like you gotta work. You gotta work.
Right.
So we still slaves to this modern society. That's how I feel personally. We still slaves in a modern way. You know what I mean? But
When you're working for somebody else,
you
you're
working
a
for
slave to the
somebody.
game.
Yeah. I mean,
My question is,
Go ahead.
when was it ever great?
When I came out the
right.
womb.
Who was it great for?
Man,
Right.
When I came out
Because
the womb,
I
to be
think-
honest,
I
you know
think
what I'm
it wasn't
saying?
great for
I
us.
I feel that.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
that. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We adapted to circumstances and shit, you know what I'm saying? And learned
Right.
to live, you know what I'm saying, in a certain shit, let's say radius or
box.
whatever, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
box or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it's never, like you said, it's never been great for color of people.
It's
you
never
know?
been great.
I mean,
right.
everything,
Especially for Black Americans.
look, like without the Black American, African American and shit, you know what I'm saying, there would be nothing.
Nothing. Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I totally agree.
The nation was built on the backs of slaves and the hips of hoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So was it great then, or was it great? I mean,
I don't know.
what was
Life
great about
expectancy
that?
was like 36 back then.
When they
Right.
talking about making it great, they talking about for the
A certain group
racist
of people.
motherfuckers who was benefiting in this country.
Yeah.
Okay, it was never about the immigrants. It was never about
even
the
though-
blacks. It was never about African Americans. It was about the whites who had the money.
Yeah.
But
see what I'm saying?
even the whites, I mean, not the whites who got the money. There's whites who don't have the money.
Yeah.
How is it great for them?
It ain't.
So they still get the beneficial treatment that we weren't able to get.
They
Their little
still
privilege.
They still, okay, like,
Yeah.
prime
They get
example,
their white
redlining. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about redlining.
Yeah, come on.
You know? Okay,
I come
prime
from a
example.
different era than I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Red
I
line
never
and
run
big.
black folks all my life, so.
Red
Well,
lining,
well,
being
redlining,
that
you know,
weren't
I'm
gonna
thinking about
get no
this.
money.
If we want to talk about that, the other side of my family, them white folks, they prejudiced.
What up, Gracie?
So when my sister was born, they didn't fuck with me no more. Because she was half black, half white. You know what I'm saying?
man.
So that part right there is like,
Damn.
But
Well, I mean, okay, like I said,
I
look at
thought you was gonna
redlining,
be
where
here.
you were supposed to, like, if you're black, you want to buy a house and everything. You weren't
Yeah.
allowed to buy a house in this area.
Right,
They want
right.
to send
They
you
do
over
that
here.
all the time.
You see, and that still goes on to this day.
yeah, that happens.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
So it
happens.
goes back to who's a great
William,
for.
what up, kid?
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Jobs.
Gracie, hi.
I mean, come on. An uneducated white man who lived in a trailer court
Huh?
still had better treatment and better options than a educated
Educated.
black man.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that still goes on till this day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it goes back to who the fuck was it great for?
Who was it great for?
The rich white dude.
Yeah. Well,
No,
that's
it's great
right.
for the rich folks.
The rich, for
whatever
whoever's
color
rich.
you is, if you rich, is great. Because you can go do whatever the fuck you want to go do.
To a point.
To a point, yeah.
Black, white,
Whatever.
whoever,
Whatever.
whatever color you is, if you rich, you do what you
Money
need to
making
do,
Nina,
do
what
what you
have
want to
you.
You
do.
can do damn near do what you want to do.
Well, see,
If
okay.
you got
But
money.
there's certain
Now,
shit that you not gonna be able to do.
we'll use Jay-Z for an example.
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z got tons of money.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Rich as shit.
Jay-Z still not respected as he's supposed to be.
No.
Okay.
How's
For
he
one,
supposed to be, though? I'm
you're a black
curious.
man.
How are you supposed to have all
The
this
only
money, Jay-Z?
difference
Right.
in between now and then, social media. Social
Yeah.
media is powerful as shit.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the only real weapon Jay-Z has. Look at his
Social
track
media?
record. Look at his track record. What do he have to say? That's a mogul that we need to fear.
Shoot, money.
Everybody got money nowadays.
No, he
Not-
got a few.
not Jay-Z
Look,
and
Jay-Z,
Beyonce
look,
money,
look.
shit.
Jay-Z
We
got
didn't say Beyonce and Jay-Z. We said Jay money. You see what I'm
Y'all should
saying?
be
Wow, you
cautious.
gotta put them together.
So
Look.
you got to really understand, he's still a black man
Right,
in the corporate
right,
world.
right.
Yeah, that.
Corporate world do not respect them. They're not going to.
Right.
He's
The
only
way
gonna be
they're
allowed to do
be
so
res-
much.
Right. The
Right,
only thing they're
because he got
respecting
money, they'll
is
let him come in if he got some money, but they ain't just gonna let him come in.
Right. You
Like
put your
that.
money in the golf club, but you can't come and play golf. But you
Right.
can come and hang out. But you
Yeah.
can't play golf.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
that's because you still a nigga.
thank you.
Yeah, that like, hey, his last
at the
song
end of
said
the
he's
day,
still a
man,
nigga.
at the end of the day,
That,
you know,
that OJ
Still a
song?
nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that OJ song. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still a nigga.
And I think that's what
I
it
think
is.
he realized that though. That's why he's trying to take over the halftime show of the NFL.
Which is
I
he
mean,
should.
Yeah,
He
He's
should.
trying to take
Should
over.
he?
Yeah.
But you, man,
See,
when
but
you
it
come
goes
that,
back to-
though, they don't let you. You gotta remember the NBA and the NFL and all that shit. They still don't want to let black folks be themselves in the NBA and the NFL.
That part.
Right,
Well,
right.
NBA is a little different
No,
because you know the
it's
players got
really
a lot more
fucking-
power over the
no,
over the
you
owners.
cannot wear
Not in the
this,
Allen
and you
Iverson
cannot wear
years.
that,
Man, come
and
on.
You cannot do this.
Come
and
on,
you can't do
Allen
that.
Iverson, I was
They
giving you
took all that
man.
shit.
Right, they
In
made
the
my
film,
guy
in the
wear the
NFL,
suit and
yeah, but the
everything. Right, he didn't want to
the
wear that
players,
shit.
man, got the power in the NBA.
Now these
Yeah,
niggas.
for them to get their money, but they got to subdue themselves to some of the bullshit.
Yeah, they got because they're still slaves to the game.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand
They're
what
still
I'm saying?
slaves to the game.
Where
They
NFL,
still-
you
yeah.
don't have
You
no.
gotta come wear some slacks or a suit
Yeah.
when you come into this game.
I mean,
Yeah,
ultimately,
they
that's
say
what they
If
taught us in high
we
school.
ain't
That
here
shit, you know
wearing
what I'm
this
saying?
shit, y'all motherfuckers ain't playing
We
today.
ain't playing
That part.
today.
That's
yeah.
that's the era we came up in.
Yeah.
Boy, I told my age and shit. Shut up.
Yeah. But I mean, shit.
But real deal though, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of it. Like there's a lack, an egregious lack of respect.
in the NFL.
Period.
And the
Life.
problem with
Period.
respect
You know what I'm
is
saying? Not
They
just
don't want to give it up.
yeah.
They don't want everybody to be equal.
Nah, don't nobody want to give up
No,
their
'cause
power.
That means
Nah,
that,
they
that
don't
means
wanna
yeah,
give up
that
power.
means that
Once you
means
give
you
up
might
power,
be
you give up power.
because you might
Right.
make $1 more than me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, let's play devil's advocate.
Okay, that was
If
out.
you got land, money, power, and not a racial thing, just to some average cat, be like, I worked half the time you did. Why I can't get that? You should give me half of that. Would you be okay to say, yeah, you know what? You worked half the time, you didn't work as hard, but I'm gonna give you half of that.
I'm not giving you
No, you're not gonna do that. What? So you gotta understand. That's why would you give up your power?
Right.
You're not supposed to give
You're not
up
supposed to give
You're
up
not
your
supposed
power.
to give up
Exactly.
your
But
power. You're
I feel
supposed to
you're supposed to
empower.
empower others, though.
to be able to get.
You don't think so?
You need to empower yourself.
Absolutely.
Right, so
But
I'm
once you
empowered.
speaking
So
from
now I want to empower you, so you can be empowered, because I'm already empowered. So I want to empower you. I want to empower you, and I'm going to empower you.
But not everybody respect it the same way, so you can't do that.
No, you can't empower them because everybody's different and everybody
Right,
else
but
might go about a different way to try to undercut.
You can give them an avenue.
So is that a problem?
That's the best way to do it. I can give you avenue, and I
But
can
you gotta
help
empower
get
yourself.
there, but you gotta get it yourself.
But
Right.
see, and that's getting it
Go back
yourself.
to the hustle.
That's you empowering them to hustle to get it
Yeah, but
themselves.
you don't want to go get it. I'm not giving you shit.
Right,
You
right.
avenue to go get
You know what I'm
your
saying?
own
You
shit.
got to get out there and do
Yeah.
your own work, pound the pavement once
Like
again.
like they say, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it. You know, I can empower you, but you gotta empower yourself.
Right.
I can give you the power. You gotta go take it out there and get it yourself.
Prime example.
And if you don't, then
Look,
that's
look
on
at
you.
Oprah and Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Oprah gave him the avenue.
Right.
It was up to him to run with it.
Right.
He ran with it too.
And
Yeah,
run
he
like a
ran with
chick.
it.
He ran like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So-
he's still on TV.
So
Still
she didn't
on TV.
empower him. She just gave him the avenue. Here you go. Run with it.
She empowered him by asking his ass to come on the show and be
she
with
said, I'm
Dr.
gonna give you,
Phil.
I'm gonna put you in a
That
position
was-
to get this much money.
That was an empowerment right
So
there.
you go right ahead and get
What
this
he
much
did
money.
with it,
I just think he-
I think what he
just
did
knew
with
how to
it,
run with
Get
it.
that right
what he
there.
did with it,
All
yeah,
right,
he
so
ran
this
with
is
it. And he
ready,
had the
you
right
know.
people around him to make sure that he was successful with what he was trying to do.
Keith, what up?
Because you
He
can't
can't
make
fix
Oprah look
What's
bad.
happening?
Nah.
No.
You can't Dr.
She
Phil
put you on, so you can't make her
Right.
look bad. If you
So you
screw it
gotta
up, you look bad.
Exactly.
Like,
So-
you gonna look bad. She gave
But
you the
she
opportunity.
empowered him to get to be Dr. Phil. We wouldn't even know Dr. Phil if she wouldn't even ask him to come on the show.
Who's your all-time favorite daytime, you know what I'm saying,
Daytime.
fuckery show? You know what I'm saying? They all end up being some fuckery except for Maury. and shit.
Man, I like Jerry Springer because his ass was crazy.
Off the wall, right? Hey, man, I'm not gonna lie though, man. Jenny Jones' show used to go up.
Oh yeah, I like Jenny Jones.
Jenny's show used to go up.
But yeah, Jerry Springer.
Jerry was good for some fuckery.
I don't know if y'all remember the Morton Downey Jr. show, but his show was
Yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
The Big Mouth show.
Big mouth.
whatever.
Yeah, I gotta
yeah.
say Morton. But they said
Yeah.
had to fight with the Klan.
Yeah, they did fight. Yeah, the fight. The Klan.
Wasn't that with Al Sharpton on there?
Yeah, Al Sharpton was
Yeah.
on there. A bunch of cats was on there.
See, I tell you,
But they had a fight. It was the black.
See
Come
that
on
shit
now.
do my folks shit.
Was it the Black Panther?
It wasn't Black Panthers. It was the Israelites, the Black Israelites, and
Okay.
the Ku Klux Klan was fighting.
Yeah, they was getting it in over there. I remember that. That tell you, hey.
Yeah.
What's good,
yeah.
cousin?
So,
What's
The
happening,
Morton
man?
Downey Jr.
Tap
show.
in,
Yeah,
inbox
that was
me, man. You know what I'm saying?
back in the days. All right, next question.
Ha.
Next question is, why are we still fighting racism? And how could this problem be resolved?
Why are we still fighting it?
Right. Why we gotta worry about racism?
There are still stupid ass people teaching their kids this stupid ass shit.
Starts at home.
True. Starts at home.
Period, man. You know,
Making mixed babies.
ultimate. Hey,
Hey, they be mad about that shit.
But
That's the only way it's
ultimately,
going
though,
in.
ultimately,
Let
though, man,
everybody-
it's,
That's the only way it's going in.
Everybody get mixed. We already mixed. We
it's
already
ugly, but
mixed.
it'll never. I don't think it'll ever end.
You know, Mike, but you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about mix, you know what I'm saying? Black, white, you know, whatever.
I don't think it's ever gonna
That's all-
end, man.
It's probably never gonna end.
It's
You don't
never
think
gonna
it's
end
never
because you know what I'm
gonna
saying. They're gonna pull off some crazy, you know what I'm saying, false flag type shit, mass population control and shit, and bring a giant group of one people. You know what I'm saying, take them out.
yeah, they
and shit,
doing
you know what I'm saying?
population
That
control.
part, you know,
They doing that
where
shit with the police.
you know the white folks are scared because all these little nigga babies and all these little mixed babies and shit. You know what I'm saying? The future is yellow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The future is yellow. It's a yellow man.
We fight
Or woman.
racism because of ignorance, period.
That part,
Straight
because
ignorance.
look,
Yeah,
they still teaching that shit in the home.
Yeah, they
These
teach it
kids,
at school
these kids
too.
are not born with
Right.
that shit in them. You know what I'm saying? They have to be
Right.
taught that shit.
What they need to do is start changing the history that they're teaching in school.
Yeah, because they still
That's
telling
true.
the same
That's
lies.
true.
You right
Exactly.
about
You
that
got the
shit.
history that don't affect
The lies,
some
though.
of these fucking
Right.
kids. That history that they taught me in school, I started skipping.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah,
I did the same. I stopped going to
it. Wasn't interesting.
Shit that ain't got nothing to do with me, even though it affected me. But we need to start talking about what we can do now to change, because that shit ain't changing the future.
I mean, they lied to us, right?
If you don't change the future, the past is never gonna go away.
Yeah.
And if you keep living in the past, how we gonna get to our future? If you keep teaching us this bullshit.
Right, and that's what they're teaching us, bullshit.
But see, that like
they
comes
taught
back
us
down
bullshit.
to white power,
Right.
racism,
You're right.
to keep a certain group of people down.
Right.
Because if you don't know your history and you don't know where you come from,
it's ultimately
you ain't got shit.
ultimately-
You don't have nothing besides what somebody gives you.
Ultimately,
Yeah.
that structure is
But that's what I'm
about,
saying. You
you know
gotta
what I'm
start
saying,
changing the history that
preserving.
they're teaching in schools instead of just that bullshit, that Christopher Columbus shit.
Yeah, because
That-
ultimately
Right,
they teach
but
that
that's what the
shit too.
teachers are supposed to teach these kids. That same bullshit.
Yeah,
But you
They're
also,
like,
yeah,
just like
but
that's
still
their
is right, too.
criteria.
But you gotta
It's
also
racist.
remember,
What they need to start teaching in school, how to act when the police come pull you over. They need to bring a motherfucking police officer into school and bring some kids into school. This is how you act when I pull you over.
Right.
They,
And how
they
to
need to
budget
change
your
the whole
bank
curriculum,
account.
whatever that
shit.
fuck they were, curriculum, whatever it is, how they do shit now. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit that they teaching is not effective.
Well,
It's not helping. If you take the mom
criminology.
and the daddy out the house, the kids learning on this fucking own.
Man.
And if
Right.
the kids learn on their own, it's gonna still be all this bullshit out here because they growing up on what some bullshit.
That's why
Y'all need to watch
I'm a
Mr.
fan
Turner on
of
YouTube.
having a wife-in-law. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of my girlfriend having a girlfriend and shit, so we can all share these bills and shit.
That's a whole nother subject.
you
I'm
is
No, I'm saying
on that. Hey, I mean, you know,
that's something else we're gonna talk about.
yeah, it's the modern day. You
Yeah,
know?
that's and ultimately, you know, normal ain't for everybody.
Well,
Right.
like I said, the thing is, you gotta understand.
That's normal though.
Racism is still going on
It
because
is.
once again, you
If
got
niggas
people
knew the
that
history, you're right.
Right.
That
That's
is
why the
normal.
history that they teach it don't mean shit because motherfuckers, if you see it now, motherfuckers is open up to a whole bunch of different shit.
Yeah, ultimately, that
Except
shit that
that
they
bull-
teaching in
playing on
school,
that
teaching our
bullshit
kids and
out
shit
here.
in school is to preserve the idea that white is right and the best of shit.
That's true.
Ultimately, it's all about preservation of, you know what I'm saying, the white man's money, the white man's power, the white man's control and shit. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay, stop.
That's
that
true,
shit, stop
though.
that shit. Hold on.
That's-
Look, stop. Because we're just looking at racism as one way, which is white against black. What about black against black? Light skin against
Oh yeah,
dark skin?
no, I was just saying.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
So,
specific.
That's
But
straight
a whole
racism.
nother-
No, we're
Now,
talking
being a
about
red nigga,
racism,
you
right?
know.
We're talking about racism.
Okay, yeah, could be.
You
Is
know what I'm
that
saying?
classism or racism?
That's racism, nigga. Like, come on. Well, actually, racism. Black folks
It's
can't be
both.
racist anyway.
Okay,
Now,
so
we're
you
being
got-
judgmental. Let's be honest.
Right, we're being
You see what I'm saying?
judgmental because like we always go back to the light skinned dude who's in the slave master's house and the black
I
skinned
always
dude
talk
who's
about
out in
them
the
smart
field.
niggas, right?
Right. So, what do
He
we
didn't
what
want
is
to
that?
go back out to the field, so
He had no choice.
Right, huh?
What you think the motherfucker go in the house and say, hey, master, I'm finna go do this and do this. Say, hey, I'll be over here. What you gonna do?
Right.
It ain't work that way. Nigga, get your ass in this house and do what the fuck I said. I'm gonna beat your ass or kill you.
Or else
You
gonna
think he
be
had
out
a
on-
choice
or
to
you
say,
gonna be out there
well, I'm
on
the
the
light
field,
skinned one, so I'm gonna go in here
or you gonna be out there on the field
and get your ass up and get killed.
and get what? Yeah.
So you didn't have no choice. So that's
Right.
what like it's a dumb ass repetitive term.
Okay.
It's dumb as hell. Oh, you know, y'all niggas, y'all light skinned, y'all was in the house. Did you know? Was you there?
That's why they say house niggas.
You see what I'm saying? House niggas was the ones that was obeying the master who was
Right,
that nigga
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
escape, I'ma tell on nigga.
Yes,
He
I'm
trying to
not
escape.
saying-
I'm
yes, I'm
telling
saying-
him, I'll beat him.
Billy
Ray
Dark
Earl
was too.
ran
Right,
up the
I'll
street.
beat
you
him.
know what I'm saying? So
He running up the street with a bag of potatoes.
Right.
I
Cause he,
seen
hey,
him,
but
I
he
seen
did that because he's trying to
Master-
save his ass
Yeah,
though.
Master,
it's
no,
a
Master
term
only
called,
had two pieces.
I know I'ma say this
of
wrong.
bread.
He's trying to save his
Master,
ass.
it's
Don't
called
beat
Morton
me.
mannerism or something
don't
like
beat
that.
me
I
in
said
front
that
of
word
everybody.
wrong.
Don't beat
And
me.
that was a
Beat
term
him.
where
Yeah.
slaves would do
Closes
stuff
the-
like
you know,
save the
close
master
in.
from getting killed
Right.
or hurt, he'll
Yeah.
win his freedom. Tell on slaves, he'll win his freedom. You know,
Yeah.
do little stupid shit like that. So it wasn't
Right.
just always white people
Nene, what's
who
up,
was
Auntie?
going against the black
What's up,
folks.
Sandra?
Okay.
You said
I'm
what's
saying?
happening?
White folks
Okay.
that like white
Right.
folks, there's black folks
But
that
that's
don't
how
like black
Malcolm
What
X
up,
got
what up,
killed
what up?
though. When
Huh?
the FBI infiltrated him and said, "Oh, we're gonna get these black people to go in there and infiltrate Malcolm X's little
Yeah, with the
hall,
Nation of
whatever, Nation
Islam.
of Islam and all that," and that's who set him up.
Well, that was Elijah Muhammad.
Elijah Muhammad, okay.
You know, which is crazy because he's light skinned too.
That part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that was just a feud in the ideology.
Took the nigga under his wing.
That was just a feud in the ideology.
Deep with that, but yeah,
it goes back to
different.
That goes back in all the races. We got black folks don't like light skinned folks. You see what I'm saying? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You got some light skinned dudes that be like, I would never date a dark skinned chick, that's brain boggling to me. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
My sons is like that. They said since they used to date the dark skin, they don't want to go back dark. They rather.
Hey,
go back
check
light.
this out.
See, and
crazy.
That's crazy because like you're black.
Being a yellow nigga, man, it's crazy. So
Uh-huh.
I got an affection. That's not the right word. I have a thing.
Fascination.
I have a thing. You know what I'm saying? For all colors, Coco. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But black women, you know what I'm saying, don't like to fuck with red niggas, light skinned niggas. We already come with the package.
Right.
You light skinned niggas got hoes. You light skinned niggas ain't this. Like this last 6 months, it's been bashing light skinned nigga all over social media. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's all black niggas.
It's been, you know what I'm saying? I know you done seen this shit. You know what I'm saying?
All black men.
You know what I'm saying? There's a few of them niggas suspect. I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas, y'all can have them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not all light skinned niggas is like that.
They're not all bad. You know, they're
Not all of us got hoes.
Right. Might only have one, but not a whole lot of them. You know?
I ain't a hoe pimp. I'm just hoe.
Right.
Hey,
dark skinned niggas got hoes too.
They got more hoes.
Here we go.
Cause they got more hoes because all these niggas started the same shit.
Right.
He dark and chocolate and sexy. Bitch, look at me.
You red and smart. We don't want you.
Red and dark.
Nigga, you read too many books.
Everybody
You got something up your sleeve. You read too much.
Everybody got a preference.
Yeah, everybody do got a preference. You right about that.
This is the last question.
This is it. The whole kid caboodle and shit.
Here we go.
Drum roll,
King of the
please.
table.
And this is the last question. Bow. Who is the greatest president? Why do you think so?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, you know, we got to go with you first. You probably got more experience, so you probably seen more. You probably seen more presidents than the average one in the room.
You know what I'm saying? What I feel about the presidents, they just up there telling motherfuckers what to do and getting away with it.
Okay.
Somebody, you know,
Who is the greatest
So you don't even
president?
believe there was a great president?
I would be biased if I said Barack Obama was the greatest president just because he was black.
Because he's the second. I think he's the third and not
how do
actually
y'all
the
feel
first.
about Richard Nixon?
Nixon was a motherfucker.
He really was, man.
He flooded the streets with all that shit out there.
I think Richard
What up,
Nixon
bro?
was probably the greatest
What up,
president
Siri?
who
What's
got,
happening,
even
bro?
though he got
Long
impeached,
time
but
no
he
see
was
and
like
shit.
the
What
greatest
up?
president for black people.
Huh?
That's how I feel.
Wait,
Yeah.
back this up. I'm rewriting it. I didn't hear that.
Richard Nixon. I know they always talk about the Watergate,
Yeah,
but
all
what,
that, all
but
that.
the reason why Nixon. He allowed for black people to be like presidents of the companies or
All
be.
I'm hearing is Richard Pryor in my head.
Hey, yeah, listen.
No, he made it.
We talking about the same dick, right?
Right, the
We
one
talking
that
about the same dick?
Richard
The same
Nixon. Dick.
Dirty dick.
Dirty Dick Nixon.
Tricky dick.
Tricky Dick Nixon.
Grand. What?
Right.
That's Nixon.
I feel
Do you
the same
smoke?
way.
Wait,
I'm
quick question. You smoke marijuana?
all day.
Okay.
But
So
all I can say is this.
I'm gonna come back.
I felt the same way you guys did till recently. I learned some information that he helped a lot of black people. He made it to where black
Before or after?
During his presidency.
During his presidency, he made it so blacks could be the head of their company, so blacks don't have to just be working for people.
That was during
My
his
dad
run?
was working for Boeing's. He was in
during
the
his
office.
run?
He was he was the executive office. He made it so people can get into the executive office to be powerful, not just to be the worker, not be.
He's
just
also
working.
the same motherfucker that said we have to make marijuana a Title I drug because if not, the niggers will fuck your daughters.
And
Hey,
rape your daughter.
and he was right about that because Hey, we will fuck their daughters.
Fucking and raping is two different things, though. Like, I don't know, man.
But
Hey, you right about that.
at the same
or
time,
not, we gonna still fuck your daughters.
I mean, black men
But-
don't cheat.
But I'm just saying that's what I heard.
That's
I
a
mean,
myth. Black men don't cheat.
but I'm just saying, Richard Nixon. I thought he was a terrible president, though. But I just learned that. Yeah, I just did some research and learned that he did a lot of things
He was
for
a
black
horrible
people.
motherfucker.
Only because he did the Watergate.
No, Richard Nixon was a
So
tyrant.
what policy he put in effect that you said was a great policy?
The affirmative action, all that stuff. All the affirmative action, all that shit that he put into place. It was powerful because Nixon. Everybody could laugh.
I'm a
go do your research. Why did they impeach him? Why did they go after him?
Because he lied and he was a thief and all that other shit.
Yeah, because he was helping black folks.
I mean, that might be true, but
He was helping black folks, so they went after his ass. Just like they went after J.F. Kennedy and Martin Luther King
I'm a firm believer in Nixon knew what was coming, and that's why he did what he did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To get the heat up off his tail, because all of that nigger shit he was hollering, you know what I'm saying?
He hollered a lot of it.
But see, okay,
Now,
it goes back to my initial argument.
yeah.
When I hear people say, okay, that's cool, you said that. But that was for people of color and immigrants.
People
See, it goes back to those tricky words. It goes back to them tricky words.
Was we the immigrants back then?
We ain't no immigrants. We native blacks.
native
We've been
black
here.
Americans.
We're the only race that's been here, did what we did, went through slavery, got our ass beat, and still ain't been treated fair. Can't no other race on this planet say that Native Black Americans, they did what we did.
Look,
None.
the black
So affirmative
native
action is not for Native Black Americans.
Not necessarily.
No, it ain't. Because once again, you got to remember, they want to put people of color. That means any fucking body. That means Mexicans. That means Russians. That means anybody. People of color.
Now it means
you have
anybody.
to be specific.
Right. Now it means anybody. Now you got to be hella specific.
when they put
What
it out
gender?
there, people of color, they try to put it
What
out there.
ethnicity?
They try to put it out there to say
Bring it over here, James.
black people. But then they sugarcoated it and then threw everybody in there and put the
And
black people
diluted what
inside.
was originally supposed to be for.
Right.
Now, James, who you got for the president? He over there taking the.
Let's
Man,
do it.
I'll jump
Right.
in real quick. Me myself,
check this out.
I've been under the president where it was a Republican president
Yeah.
and a Democrat.
Yeah.
I don't think there was one good president. None. Because
I
now
thought
one of
it
these,
was fair, but I was a
The
kid.
question
now
was,
one of these
Free sack lunch.
motherfuckers
I
has helped me
think
put money in my pocket.
is the best.
Now one of these motherfuckers has improved my
president.
life.
I can't say that.
I had to do that. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there is no good president to me say, oh shit, I wish we had him back in there.
Okay.
No,
Fire.
none of them bastards.
I would.
From Trump on down. And that's for you too, Obama.
Well-
So y'all know y'all don't like it, but fuck you too, Obama.
Okay.
So
okay.
ain't none of them
That's
bastards
cold.
ever did shit for
That's
me
cold.
to
It's
make me
team
say
light skin.
I can't
No,
say
nigga,
that.
I like skin, so
disagree.
fuck you,
I
nigga.
totally disagree. Because
Team light skin for
before
the win.
Obama,
Nah,
before
because
Obama
it's
got,
proven that he was said when they asked him, "What is your agenda for black folks?" "Oh, I'm not the president for black folks. I'm a president for all the people."
and that's
Excuse me,
real. You
nigga?
can't just be
He was supposed to say
You
that.
can't just be the
You a
president.
nigga, you
Yeah,
supposed to
but
read between
everybody
the
else
lines.
can
Hold
say
on,
what
you
they
here.
want to say.
Yeah,
But
but
he can't
don't-
say he's the president.
Why
They
not?
probably-
He had to be more clever.
Because he
the
had to
same
be
way
a
they had to
president for
sing
everybody.
Negro
This is
spirituals to
America.
get
This
your
ain't
ass over
just-
the real.
This is why black America is in the position we're in.
Right then and there,
Right.
that's when he should have.
This is why we're in the position we're in.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no,
So what if he
that's
would have
the same
said, "I'm the
thing Trump
president
did."
for all niggas, not
sorry,
just
what?
Black America. I'm
They'd
president
have
for
killed
all
that
niggas."
nigga the next day.
Well, see, here's the
All
problem.
niggas.
Here's the
Not
problem.
just black
You can't
America,
say
all
that.
They'd have
niggas.
killed that nigga the next
Okay,
day.
like the
You know what I'm talking
aliens.
about? You know what I'm talking about?
You can't say all, because once again, what's going on in America is not going on in the islands, and it's not going on in Europe.
Right.
Their oppression is different from
Yeah, yeah.
ours.
So
So,
why-
if they're from Europe and they went through oppression and everything, you need to go see who? Your goddamn queen. If you in the Caribbean islands and shit, you need to see who? Your prime minister, whoever the fuck else is in
Right.
charge over there.
This is
Since
smart,
we're in
nigga.
America and we had our own problems, guess who we need to see? America.
So check this
So we
out.
cannot say all. That goes back to what I'm talking about.
So
stop saying people of color. Stop saying African Americans because we don't have no connect to African Americans.
Right. So check this out. So what if he would have said, okay, I'm the president for Black America and everybody else?
I would have took my hat off for him. Because he directly notices his people.
He's telling it, hey, I'm here to help y'all first, but then I'm helping the rest of you motherfuckers.
But he had Stevie Wonder and everybody in the White House playing. I mean,
meaningless symbolic gestures. Meaningless symbolic gestures.
Them motherfuckers never would have made it in the White House without
meaningless symbolic gestures. What the fuck did Stevie Wonder? He can't even see. What the fuck he gonna do?
Right.
Nigga, you can't even write a fucking bill.
Yeah, in the White House.
I mean, and no disrespect, Stevie, I love you, man. I bring punk and shit all the time. But let's be honest. We gotta really start taking our politics serious.
Okay. Right. But it's a joke. Politics is a joke, though, man. When you think about it, they're always telling you something.
It's only a joke because we're not taking it serious.
Right. That's true.
When white people and Asian people will vote, you think they joking?
Asian people vote in a block.
Asian people vote in a block. They don't vote like we do.
Yeah, they got Trump in office.
You see what I'm saying? There's a difference.
About 10 of them motherfuckers in one house.
You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers got communities.
Everybody
they got areas. They have communities. If you have a community, you can demand something. If you do not have a community, you cannot demand anything.
Next.
How you gonna demand something you don't have a community?
Look, man.
My
Who's
my president?
Look.
Me.
That's what I said.
I think I'll be a better president than any of them motherfuckers up there. Democrat or Republican.
Wait a minute. The question was...
Because you gotta vote for one of these motherfuckers.
I'm not voting for none of them.
You're not voting for nobody.
None of them. Because one, like I said...
So you're going to be like Richard Pryor, none of the above.
None of the above. Because
and you're
once
gonna
again...
help that nigga get in there just like that.
You can believe that if you want to.
Well, why don't you write your name in the ballot?
I'm going to. That's what I just said. I'm going to. Strictly because... Listen, I'm a black man.
I'm going to vote for your motherfucking ass.
I'm a black man. Okay,
I'm gonna vote for
I
you.
need to hear what are you doing for my people in my community.
Right.
If you ain't saying none of that, you do not get my vote.
Well, he got my vote right here just for saying
plain and simple.
That's my vote.
I don't give a damn if it's get on the police and stop killing black folks. Hey,
stop killing
that's
them.
A start.
Stop
that's a
killing
start.
Definitely.
If you can't do one of these things, fuck you. I'm not voting
stop
for you.
Killing them.
No, you don't get my vote.
Killing my
and that's the problem. Like I said, my brothers. We need to take this shit a little more serious.
Serious.
You cannot say
it's serious though.
You cannot say what you want if you ain't participating in the action.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You cannot do that.
And that goes to our first question: why does Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson?
Why did they show up after the fact?
Why they show up? Yeah, they show up after.
Because them is the house niggas.
They trying to get their clap.
Them is the house niggas.
But at the same time,
they're fresh again.
It's a new
thing, baby.
I've been saying this all night. Meaningless symbolic gestures.
Meaningless
marching. When's the last time you seen a march really did something?
It started.
Get arrested. That's about the only fucking thing.
Right, get your head busted or something.
WTO.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What did any of that accomplish?
Yeah, some pepper spray.
It just makes the news. You know, a lot of noise.
Good TV.
Good TV lasts about a week or two, maybe.
Good TV.
Right.
All right.
Cheers.
So anyway, fellas, Kings.
Man,
that was a great show. Great topics.
Yeah.
We're going to do this again next Friday.
Okay. Next Friday, 6
o'clock. We're wrapping it up, you know.
So catch us.
Make it 6:30 because all of us is going to be late. Fucking get out of traffic.
Hey, 6:33.
Yeah,
6:33.
Definitely.
Right.
That traffic is a motherfucker.
I'm getting ready to sign off on y'all, man. Good evening, heathens, hoes, hypocrites, ladies, just
thank y'all for tuning in.
Bike lanes, please, and reopen the fucking streets.
See, them is topics. We need to talk about that. So, thank y'all for tuning in to the Kings of the Round Table.
We'll be back.
Catch us on Urban Salute. Oh, my bad. We are Urban Solutions. Catch us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe, tune in, all that. Oh yeah, get your gear. You know you got your gear. You see everybody rocking that shit.
Come on, man.
That thing on.
It's a new thing.
Hey, tell them your website. B, tell them your website. Everything.
Don't give up. I didn't on Facebook.
Come on.
Don't give up.
Get the shirt, man. Y'all gotta get the shirt.
I got some of the Trump.
And again, MD2020vision.com. Get the book, The Emerald City Street Life, a hip hop memoir. Check it out.
It's dope.
Get it. Check it out.
Hey, man,
the
y'all
Hip Hop
know.
Bible. Check it out.
Man, I'm the nigga they love to hate and hate to love and shit. We gonna crack jokes and shit. I'm talking to and about all of you motherfuckers.
All y'all.
You know what it is, man. Good evening, good night, heathens, hoes.
Yes, indeed. Y'all catch
Ladies
me.
and gents and the rest of you motherfuckers, it's the king.
You catch this king on the road, the tow truck driver, 253-217-1687.
You might want to take that
Get
down.
lifted, and I get you there. So, once again, fellas, kings.
Yeah.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next Friday.
See y'all next Friday. Peace. Yeah.
Da 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 da.